Not sure if I'm live yet, so I'm just seeing what happens. So today I'm going to be using two stamp sets, Eden's Garden and Beauty of Friendship. I need to adjust my camera, I can see, because it's not bringing in the whole of my desk. Bear with me just a moment. Okay, and I need to bring this. Okay, I hope this doesn't make you giddy, but I'm going to have to move the camera over slightly. Sorry about this, everyone, but I do need to get this in the right position. I moved my camera for some reason over the holiday period, and it's just, I don't know what I've done wrong, but it's just completely messed up here. Let's get it right so everyone can see what's what. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Joanna. Hello, Heidi. Thanks very much for joining me, girls. So sorry about all this messing about at the moment, but just I don't know what I did to my camera setup. But it messed around. Can you all like see? Is this okay like this? Yeah, I think it's all right. It looks okay from my view. So hello, welcome. It's Ellie from Ellymentry Papercrafting, and this is a live stream on the 1st of January 2022, and it's 14:31 here in lovely Swindon in Britain. So great to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me, and my new subscriber, Miss Ellen Woodbridge, all the way from Australia. Thanks all for coming. So those of you who've been on the Zoom session this week will have seen me stamp this one sheet wonder, and it all came about really quite quickly as I was just you know, chatting to you girls, playing around. Hi Cheryl, thanks for joining us. Yep, so playing around, I stamped this one sheet wonder with colours that I kind of just picked up, really. It was nothing planned. And sometimes that's the best kind of crafting, isn't it? You just go with what you've got in front of you. So I decided today to use this. Okay, so I've just taken one piece of this, and that is a strip that I'll cut down to 2.5 inches wide by 8 inches in length. So I'm going to be making an A5 card. So in Britain, that's the A4 cardstock. That's the size we buy. It measures roughly 8 5/8, between 8 5/8 and 8 3/4 inches, which is a rubbish measurement for making a card. So I always cut it down to 11.5 inches so that I can score and fold it at 5 3/4, and that makes things really simple. Cheryl, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. On that note, girls, if you know anyone who'd like to watch my videos, could you please share, because I'm on to 688 subscribers now, and I really would love to hit that 1,000 mark. So any help would be very much appreciated. Thank you. So I'm going to start this card by using one of the new masks from the mini catalogue. And there are 6 in this set. They are so beautiful. And the reason I'm using this is because when I stamped the one sheet wonder, I used it in a few places on there. Now, it didn't show up on our Zoom session, but I think you can see them now. here, here, and here. So I'm going to use this on the background of my card just to bring out that little bit of detail. Now, I mentioned Eden's Garden, although I'm not actually using it right now. I did use a lot of the stamp from Eden's Garden to create that one sheet wonder. And I just brought in one or two from Beauty of Friendship to zhuzh it up a little, if you'd like to say. And speaking of Eden's Garden, I'm sure everybody realises that the Garden of Eden was not the first thing that God built, because prior to building the earth, he also made the oceans. And in those beautiful oceans, we have the most fantastic sea creatures, including the shark. Some of you possibly could not appreciate the shark because we're all scared of it. We're scared when we're swimming in the sea that we could get attacked by a shark. But did you know that sharks have their place on this earth, and they are very beneficial to us? Shark's cartilage is used to actually treat cancer patients, and that is just a fantastic thing, isn't it? And the reason this comes about is because sharks don't actually have any bone marrow, so they don't contract cancer. And so the shark is a wonderful creature, and I really think you must embrace every creature on this earth that God's created. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about what's going on at the moment, I'm part of a Zoom session this week with lots of other Stampin' Up crafters, and that piece of information was imparted to me by one of those kind ladies. I think I have just, got my my challenge completed there quite smoothly. Thank you, Ellen. So I'm bringing in a piece of, what's this called, Heidi? Tell me the name of this. It's called Calypso Coral. And it's a piece of cardstock I'm going to use to mat my piece of one sheet wonder that I'm using today. And I'm using Calypso Coral because the dear Heidi, when I was creating this one sheet wonder, I asked for a colour, and this is the colour she chose. And I was going to stamp this image in that colour that she chose, this particular image here. However, those of you who were watching at the time will know I couldn't find Calypso Coral, even though it was there all the time. So I substituted with Flirty Flamingo, which isn't far off, and it blends quite nicely. So I'm just going to mount that over there on the left hand side of my card. And of course I'm using my Tombow multi-purpose glue. And the first time I ever heard this expression, it was by an Australian lady, and I've never forgotten the accent she used when she did it. So I'm going to do that for our Australian viewers now, because it gives you a little wiggle room. I hope I did that justice. Good night, Ellen, and I really, really appreciate the effort you're making coming on to watch me, because I know it's so late for you there. And of course, Heidi, I'm thanking you too, because I know it's very late for you. And I'm sorry, but I didn't get a message to say that you had actually subscribed. I don't know how it works. I don't always get a message for subscribers. I think it's because if you have a YouTube channel yourself, then when you subscribe, it shows me. But I'm only guessing that. I don't really know. Okay, so that's the first part of our card. I'm going to keep it flat because it tends to work better if you keep your work flat while you're working. Your work flat while you're working. That's a good one. So along with the Beauty of Friendship stamp set, it actually comes in a bundle, Beauty of the Earth. And it comes with this gorgeous embossing folder, which I haven't actually used yet. So you saw it here first. My, what's the word? My debut use of this beautiful bark finish embossing folder. So I'm going to get this embossed and I'll be right back with you girls. Just talk amongst yourselves while I'm gone. And for the benefit of anyone who's watching this at a later date, this is New Year's Day, 2:30 in the afternoon, British time. And I'm joined by some of my wonderful Stampin' Up demonstrator colleagues. And that's who I'm talking to. I've not gone mad and talking to myself. And this is a special hello for Phil in case he watches in later. I hope you're taking all this in. Right, that is gorgeous. It gives a lovely, quite a subtle effect of bark on this, and I really, really love it. So I don't know if you can see this properly. I don't know where where's my camera? Not there. Oh, yeah. Oh, right out of view there, isn't it? It must be over there. Of course, it's over there. If I looked at it, I could see. Hello, Kay. Thank you so much for coming along. So good to see you. So that's the bark embossing folder. Now I'm going to zhuzh that one up a little bit with some Pool Party ink because I'm going to be using that shortly. And I would just like to say that I got a bit of an idea for this from the lovely Claire Brown, who's also been on our Zooming lately. And she did a card with layering in a slightly similar way. So it's, yeah, so it came from, I think that's where I started. So I'm just using a blending brush just to very lightly go over the surface of this, just to bring out that lovely embossed bark effect. And as I say, this is using the Pool Party. And again, I wouldn't, no way would I really have thought of using Pool Party in this stamp set, because Beauty of the Earth, you know, it just screams greens and browns, doesn't it? But for some reason, when I was creating that One Sheet Wonder, I kind of thought I just need something totally different in here. And that's when I brought in a little bit of Pool Party here and here. And it was the butterfly wings, just the tips of the butterfly wings from one of the embossing folders. So I'm going to pop that one there. I think I'm just going to add a little bit more colour, just a little at a time is better. It as you all know, you can always add more, but you can't take it off. So I like that effect, and I'm just going to come around the edges a little bit more just to define that. And hasn't this little bit of inking up just really brought this embossing folder to life? I absolutely love that. And you know what? I didn't realise until today how much I really like Pool Party. It's not something I use a lot of. In fact, when I bought the cardstock, it was in a small pack. Well, it was in a full pack with, I think it was 5 other colours. I don't think they do that anymore, but they used to pick out 5 colours to go together, and you could buy a mixed card pack like that, which was really useful. And I haven't bought Pool Party any other time, and I think I'm going to have to buy a pack now because I really, really love it. Okay, so I'm not really sure whether this will stick better with wet glue or tearing tape, so I'm going to do both just to make doubly sure. So I'm just going to whip around the edges with a bit of tearing tape. Cheryl, thank you so much. I would really appreciate the thumbs up. It would be really good, and the sharing, so I can hopefully get some more subscribers. So how many of you celebrated New Year's Eve? Who was up late watching the fireworks and drinking alcohol? Come on, own up. I'm not being nasty to you. I'm just jealous because I can't do that really anymore. But I was awake. I was in bed and I was reading. And I heard lots of fireworks going off at midnight, but I didn't really look and watch and join in because it's just not my thing. Okay, so I'm just whipping off these edges here, the corners of my backing on the double-sided tape. And share to Pinterest. Thank you, Heidi. That's really good of you. And that will save me doing, well, I might save it as well so that there's another source of where it came from. So I'm going to now mount that on here. Let's just take that away because that's my decent piece of grid paper, and pop that down like so. Give it that little bit of wiggle and get that one down. Okay, do you know, I saw that program about the poor animals who are stressed out by the fireworks. I didn't realize how seriously it could affect them until I heard about cats having a heart attack. You know, it was just like, wow, I really didn't know that it was that bad. I just thought that they were scared and that you could comfort them. I never realized how serious it was. So I'm going to place this one down. I'll use the wet glue on this piece. And if you want to reproduce this, don't get hung up about measurements, please, because I really just guessed all this. You know, I told you what the card measured, but really these layers, honestly, it doesn't matter how big it is, how wide and how tall, etc. I mean, I will tell you that this one's 2 3/4 inches Calypso Coral, 2.5 inches of DSP. The card mat is 8 inches and the DSP is 7 3/4, around about that. And this piece is 6 1/4, apparently. Now I thought I'd done it at 6, so as you see, it doesn't matter. And that one's at 6, just 1/8 of an inch smaller. So honestly, it doesn't matter. You don't have to get these measurements bang on. So my screen's frozen. Is everyone else okay? Yep, it's okay. I must have clicked my mouse accidentally. Story of my life. Okay. So I'm just going to bring that nice piece in again and catch up with what I actually planned to do, because I've been chatting so much I've forgotten. So I brought in a plain piece now of the basic white cardstock, and I'm just going to pop in again with that mask. I wasn't planning to do this, but I just thought I'm going to do something now, and it could look a little bit sparse. So no, thank you, Cheryl. It was me. We have somebody new on, and I'm really sorry, but I can't pronounce your name. Coral. It's nice to have you along with us. So let's just get the ink off of that. So I'm just really not doing much on here. I'm just really just a very light application. That was a good word, wasn't it, girls? Of the soft sea foam. And I'm bringing in from the Beauty of Friendship, the tree trunk and branches, and I'm using soft suede. So I'm gonna turn that around that way. So I'm bringing in the soft suede, popping that down. Love that. I love soft suede. It does stamp quite dark, but it does, when it fades a little, it just comes this gorgeous shade of brown. It really is lovely. So then for the background for the leaves, I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz, because that's one of the colours I used here in my foliage. And I'm not going to get my head in this, I hope so. I'm going to bring it down here so that I can hopefully see it and go for it. And I love that it's already two-tone. It's an absolutely amazing stamp. But I'm going to give it another layer of the Evening Evergreen just because I can. Pop that in like so. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'd like to add at this point that I didn't advertise this fact, but this is actually my first play with the Beauty of Friendship stamp set. So yeah, I just thought I'd get that in, my debut. So I was thinking of cutting this tree out, but I actually don't think I will. I want to leave it like that so that it makes more of a block statement on the card. So I'm just going to cut it slightly above there. And pop that on there. And I'm going to, let me just have a quick look. I just didn't think of this till now. I might see if one of my new dies fits this in. If anybody doesn't have these, they are the Tasteful Label dies. They're new to me. I got these in my last order. I may have not got enough card to... that might be okay. I'm not sure whether that's going to actually cut away the tree or not. That's a possibility. This one's going to be too wide, isn't it? Because yeah, I didn't think this bit all the way through, did I? Right, I think I'm going to go with this one and risk losing a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. Let's go for it, shall we? Well, I've just turned around to do that die cutting, and on my desk, I've seen on the table behind me, I've seen this pair of specs, and I thought, heck, there's my specs. What am I wearing? Because I can see. And yeah, I must have, when I went downstairs to get something to eat, I looked at my Country Farm magazine and I must have put those specs on, and then I kept them on to come upstairs. So 2 specs, but never mind. I can see what I'm doing. Yep, I like that. I like that. And I'm going to bring it down slightly there. Okay, can I just have an opinion here, please, ladies? I'm feeling I want to put something round here, something to bring it in, and I don't know whether to go for the So Saffron again or the darker a green. Would somebody like to just give me a little bit of a hint, please? Sorry, Heidi, I was concentrating so much on what I was doing. I've only just seen your comment saying excellent word, Ellie. Which word was that? The coral. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you, Kay. I hadn't thought of that. That's a good one. So let's find the Calypso Coral. Oh, oh no, I couldn't find it, but I know where it is now. There it is. And I know I have a brush. Here it is. Wow. Aren't you amazed at that? Aren't you amazed? I found it so easily. I think that's a good, actually, I think this is a really good idea, Kay, because it brings the coral from that side of the card into that side. Yeah, that's a nice one. Well done. Let's see. I wonder if it would be better if I just do it like that. Just defining the actual very edge of the card. Yeah, good call. Good call. I'm just going to bring it in very tiny little bit more. Yeah, I like that. Thank you, Kay. You are not just a pretty face, my darling. Right. I think, should we give that a bit of dimension? Oops. Oh, that was just showing me my knife throwing skills there. So this is another interesting fact that's just come to light. Look, I was once part of a knife throwing act. Can you believe that, girls? Yeah. Little old me. And it was all part just accidental. I was actually only very young. I don't even know how on earth I was allowed to do it. So I was only something like, I don't know, 14-ish, something like that. Holiday camp. They have the knife throwing, fire eating act, you know. And the guy does his usual, oh, can I have a volunteer? And I was sat firmly in my seat. No way was I going to volunteer. It hadn't even popped into my head. But the next thing I knew, hey, I mean, this is just ridiculous, really. But I was on holiday with a friend and her parents and her father and his friend that they had recently made. They had me arm by arm up there in front of it. And there I was standing in front of that board having knives thrown at me. You know, that was just, I can't believe it happened. But there you go. That's another piece of useful information I've imparted. Oh dear. Okay. Put high heels on that baby. Oh, I think that's great. Never heard that expression, Heidi. Put high heels on that. Great. I love it. Okay, so I now feel I need to put the that coral around this piece that I'm going to stamp on. It's just screaming out to me that it needs it. Like so. Okay, I'm so glad you came along today. I really am. So now, oh, I'm going to stamp just a little high from me in there. So do I go with, now big decisions, girls, do I go with Calypso Coral, Pool Party, or one of the greens, or the soft suede? Whoa, Fabi, hi, thanks for coming along. Sorry, I didn't see you come on there. I hope you're awake now. Oh, Heidi, what a brilliant idea. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I was going to take that to cut it out. Don't laugh. Good job I returned to the machine because I'd left a die in there. You snuck in through the back door, Phoebe. I did find it. Can you believe it, girls, that I was actually afraid of doing a live not very long ago, and you know, why was I? It's just such good fun, isn't it? Such good fun. And getting that instant interaction is just, I love it. Thank you, Heidi. That was such a brilliant idea. And now I have to make another card using this piece, don't I? Okay, so, all right, so the question now is, am I using Calypso Coral or Pool Party to do the image? I think I'm going to go with Pool Party for that. What do you think? In which case, oh, I reused that piece of card, look, so on the back. Ooh, right. Come on, votes, please. Pool Party or Calypso Coral? Swimming in the water. That's what the image looks like to me. An otter. Yeah, I don't have any otters, but yeah, it does look a bit like water. I hadn't seen that, Heidi. Thanks for that idea. Right, just got a bit warm. Getting excited here. Ooh, with all you girls. Right, so Phoebe says Calypso Coral. Any more votes, please, for the greeting? The stamping of the greeting. So I'm going to bring this forward. We don't hear any other votes. Cheryl says one of the greens. I haven't used that very much, so we'd say that one. Let's get my nice stamping mat that my Stampin' Up grandmother sent me for Christmas. Must be using this. I keep forgetting about it. Heidi says Evening Evergreen. Okay, I've got 2 votes for EE. And it's good job I know what EE is. And CC. The warm part of the sun. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the Evening Evergreen because I haven't used it much. Okay. Oh wow, that is so fine and delicate, that font, and it's stamped absolutely beautifully. Let me just bring that up to the camera. Let's move it down a little bit. It's not very clear, is it? It's a bit, it's not looking clear. It's very, very sharp here. Let me bring it down a bit and see. Oh, gosh. I don't think you're getting the full effect on here, but it's just gorgeous. That's better as I bring it down. It's really sharp, but it's so fine. The font and the print on that, I love it. Okay, so let's get this put down. A little bit of my wet glue. So has anybody got any good plans for today? Is anyone going to do anything, or are you all just still chilling at home? I've got to say, I feel so lazy. I really do, because I've I've not moved from the house since Wednesday. But it's just been so good. It's been so laid back, crafting with you guys. I said guys, and I said I didn't like that word. Got it from you. Yeah, but you know, crafting on the Zoom and just not having to worry about meal times at specific times of day, you know, just like go with the flow. My son announced just you know, a couple of hours ago he was going to his grandparents and didn't know when he was coming home. So I said, okay, so does that mean I don't do dinner? And he said, no, it's fine, don't do anything. So, you know, it's just great, isn't it? I can just carry on chilling here to my heart's content. And I know that there's no pressure at all. Right, ladies, for me, that card's done. But I know that one or two of you are going to say, oh, what about some bling, Miss Ellie? Cheryl's doing her normal being lazy. I like it. Heidi's going to get some sleep, which you jolly well know that. Yeah, Heidi, he's quite nice lad, really, you know. Mind you, I wouldn't be surprised if he does creep back in, you know, around about 7ish, saying he's hungry, because I think his sister was going to take a Chinese meal, and he doesn't eat Chinese. So he could be coming home and trying to find something to eat. But, you know, he's a big boy. He can get on with it. Gems. Yep, Kay. I knew someone was going to say that. The tree foliage is simply stamped, Phoebe. It's with just the 2 stamps here. So I used... What did I use? For the first layer, I used Pear Pizzazz. For the second layer, I used the Evening Evergreen. But it does look really 3D, doesn't it? Let me bring it up to the camera and see if I can just show you so you can see it's not, it is just flat. There you go. Really, it's cool, isn't it? It's just wonderful effect. Right, so Kay would like gems. Let me see what I can find. I have to admit, I don't have lots of stuff. I don't have lots of gems and things, but put it on the label. Yeah, cheers, Phoebe. You know, it only just came to me because the label dies are new to me. Right, those colours don't match. Oh, I've just found something in here. And that was totally unprepared. These little paper clips came in a set of accessories that went with a suite from years and years ago, which was called, you can tell I'm searching, can't you? It was called What We Love or something. Share What We Love. So in that little accessories pack was these little tiny little paper clips in Calypso Coral, some gorgeous little buttons and some twines and things. That was, so I'm going to pop that on there because I think that would look really good. It's very tiny though, and a bit difficult to get in here because I've stuck this down now. But hey, I did it. Yeah, I'm going to pop that on there. What do you think? Do you like that? Now, these look like Bermuda Bay rather than Pool Party, but it might work. I adore these. I've not used them yet because I haven't done anything in the right colour. So that's my next challenge, okay, to find something I can use that on. I've got sparkly gems. I've got these. Oh, yeah, are they Pool Party? They could be Pool Party. Right, okay. The vote then, please, girls. Am I going with these, which are actually Bermuda Bay, these, which I think are Pool Party, or Sparkle? Heidi, well done. We need 4 more thumbs up, people, please. I've given myself one. Am I allowed to do that? I like the little cute paper clip. Isn't it great? I just came along it. Love what you do, Phoebe. Thank you so much. Blends. I don't have the blends, Cheryl, because a long time ago I invested in oh, what are they called? What are those other alcohol markers called? Oh, what are they called? Oh, I can't remember. Hang on. Copic markers. I think you call them Copic markers. And I got the whole set, so I can't really justify buying more. So yeah. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. I could have, yeah, well done, thank you. Yeah, but I can use them. They do blend with these things. So what am I going with? Sparkle for K, and we're going with Sparkle. We're going with Sparkle. Could you come? I love it when we make a decision between us. That is you. Okay, so let's have a larger one here. I've had these for so long, but they've really kept their adhesive backing. Some of them dry out, don't they? When you come to use them, they just don't work anymore. So that can go there. So that's 1, 2. I need to make a triangle, so I've been told, which would be there. I'm just going to go one step further. I'm going to make a triangle, but I'm just going to make it a little bit more into a double triangle. So I just took the backing off that one. So it will still be a triangle, but I'm doing 2 in each place. Oh, come on. There. Okay, just one more question, girls. Am I done? Or do I? That was very American, wasn't it? Am I done? You know, we don't say that in Britain. Well, we do now, apparently. Or do I need to bring in the So Saffron on a blending brush and just define these edges? What do you think? I think it would look good. I'm having trouble finding the So Saffron. Here it is, buried beneath 3 stamping blocks and 4 other stamp pads. Heidi says yes. I take it that's yes to the blending. Okay, I'm gonna do it, girls. It just needs that bit of definition, doesn't it? I mean, I can see the yellow that I've very lightly stenciled here, but I know it's not obvious there. So I just think it needs just that little bit. Yeah, I mean, just that tiny little bit is already really helping. Right, it's going to get it a little bit onto my cardstock, but I don't really think that's going to matter. Yeah, I think it's definitely helped it. Okay, have you been doing much today? Have you done any crafting? Okay, and then if I just bring it in along here, let's cover up the white on there. There. So that's today's card. Let's bring in a blank piece of paper to just show that a bit better. Oh, I'm so glad you can't see. Well, you might be able to see what's to the right of me, but it's a right mess here. Chloe. Oh, Chloe, thank you ever so much for coming to join us. I think this is your first time with me. Happy New Year to you. I really appreciate you joining me, even though it is late. But, you know, great. Yeah, you watch the replay. We've really had some fun today. And just so you know, I do a live here every Saturday at 2:30. And there's usually a recorded video on a Wednesday evening about 8 o'clock. This is British summertime, or GW, what is it? GMT. I don't know what they call it these days. Where are you from, Chloe, please? Where are you based in the world? Thank you, Joanna, very much. You know, it was a very hastily put together idea today. All I had to start with was that DSP. That was my starting point, and all the rest of it just sort of came together. Thanks, Kay, and thanks for your advice. It's been great to have everybody chipping in today. It does help, because we've all got different ideas, and it's really good to mix up people's ideas. That's what creativity is all about. It's about sharing your own knowledge and experience with others, and for them to then give you their experience and knowledge and hints and tips, and combined it all makes for some really, really good work. So discovery, Phoebe, oh, what a wonderful word. Yeah, we can tell she's a teacher, can't we? Great, thank you all very much indeed. I hope to see you again. Yes, please go on and watch the replay, Chloe, and hope we see you next week at 2:30. And the rest of you girls, Stamping Up girls, I will see you back on the Zoom very shortly. Bye-bye for now.